President of Illinois Mutual, and the Chair of the Museum's Board of Directors. Katie and our entire board of 21 members bring the voice of the community into the leadership of the museum. We are very proud of our board and all they accomplished for us and the entire community. Please help me welcome Katie McCord Jenkins to share the board's work with you.
Thank you, Emily. Good evening. Thanks so much to all of you for being here and for your patience. You know, we've got an engaged board when we run a little long in our meeting that we just completed before coming up here. So you can rest assured we've got a great board that I'll tell you a little bit more about here in a moment. But I wanted to start with telling you a little bit of a story. You know, it was the summer of 1988, and I was just a little teenager. And I volunteered at Lakeview Museum during the Passion of Rodin exhibit. Rodin's, most famous work of art, The Thinker, was up on its pedestal outside the museum, and the museum was abuzz with excitement and pride during that time. And Peoria was too in general. It was exciting to see. And from that experience, I first learned how museums can be such a tremendous place of community, of inspiration, of learning, and a great source of pride in a community. And so being here today, able to speak with each of you, with this group today, is a great pleasure and an honor for me. Because, as the chair of this board for the last year, I've been able to continue to see how this museum is creating every day that great sense of pride, that sense of wonder, that inspiration, and so on for our community. It's been fantastic. And, my office is just across the street from here. And, for many years, we'd look out the windows of our building and see this vacant, sort of sad-looking block. And now we look out across the street and we see this beautiful building, this beautiful county building that we are so grateful and thankful to the county for and its citizens, that this museum is able to call this building home. And so we look, now I look out the windows of my office and I see this beautiful building. I see the Holocaust Memorial. I see, some of the sculptures that are around the campus. And I see school buses unloading excited students coming into the building. We see families and people from all over coming in to enjoy what this institution has to offer. And it's tremendous, it's exciting, and it's fantastic. And we wouldn't be able to do it without all of you in this room and the support of the many other donors and the thousands of members that this museum has. That would not happen if it weren't for you. And so we're so grateful for the continued support of all of our members and our Visionary Society members and our corporate sponsors and so on. It's tremendous. You make so much possible. And so when you come into this building, and hopefully you saw some of it when you came in today, or all the other many visits you've come in, you've seen how this building, when you come in, it's a buzz, with all of the visitors and the people who are here. And let that be a great reminder that your support is making a difference each and every day. So this past year, I've had the privilege of serving as the chair of the board with a group of tremendous leaders and volunteers in our community that are truly they're a fantastic group. They are engaged, they're committed to Central Illinois, and most importantly, they love and are committed to this institution, and they believe in what it does and what it provides to our community. I'm proud of the work that we've done. This board has been generous in its support of this organization in terms of the dollars that they personally or through their businesses have donated to this organization. Last year, they gave $220,000 in support of the museum, which is tremendous. It's outstanding. This board has also been generous in one of its other very precious resources, and that's its time. Each and every board member has devoted a tremendous amount of time to this organization. There are numerous meetings, gatherings, events, and so on, as many of you know. And this board, each and every time, has shown up. This board has given their talent, their thoughtful wisdom and guidance when needed. They've given of their talents, and they've acted as tremendous advocates and ambassadors in the community for this museum. And they do a fantastic job. And together with the staff, this last year, we had some important wins as an organization. We adopted and implemented a new strategic plan, emphasizing blockbusters and entertainment value, cultivating philanthropy, and better engaging our audiences. We surpassed 275 Visionary Society members and $500,000 in sponsorships this year, both of which were ambitious goals. And they did a tremendous job. And last but certainly not least, which is really important to the story and the history, when you know the story and the history of this organization, last but certainly not least, we achieved our strongest fiscal year performance since we opened doors. And that was an ambitious goal that was laid out in our budget last year. And it would not have been possible were it not for the staff, the board, your support, the community's support. It would not have happened without the strong commitment and collaboration across all of those groups. And while we've got a few more days, the books aren't quite closed yet, but we know we finished strong, and it will be our best fiscal year. And so you can be proud to know that your dollars are being put to good use, and that we are making the right kind of strides as an organization from a fiscal perspective that ensures we're serving both the community and our members the right way. So we're hitting a great stride, and we will continue to do that. We have a tremendous board, as I said. And as some of you may know, running my company, Illinois Mutual, and I have a young family, has me quite busy, and for very good and excellent reasons, which is why the board reins are being handed over into the capable hands under the chairmanship of Steve Jackson this coming year. And he will lead our exemplary board in great fashion. This board will be in great hands with Steve. He loves this community, and he loves this museum, and he understands the impact that it has and the great things it does for our community. So I'm excited for Steve. He will do a phenomenal job. A few of our board members are moving on. They've completed their terms and are moving on. And I do want to just give a shout out and a thanks to these people. Dr. Tim Cundiff, Bobby Gray, Grace Spizzato, Cal McKay, and Deb Doherty are all transitioning and completing their terms. And just want to say thank you to them. The organization has been in good hands with their service on the board, and they will be missed. But we are grateful for their time and their talents and their gifts to the board. And just before we came in here, we finished our board meeting, and at that board meeting, we did vote to approve some new members that we're excited to have come aboard and fill some of these openings that this prior group has made. And so Josh Swank, Allison Unkovich, and Derek Schreier, Eric Hurd, and Jim Carbolito are all coming onto the board, and we're excited for what they have to contribute and the great work that they will do in the coming year, and are grateful for their upcoming service. And finally, I want to mention one other really, really important group, actually probably the most important group worth mentioning today. I've mentioned the staff, but I need to speak directly and candidly with you all about the staff here at the museum that's running this organization each and every day. They are outstanding. We have a phenomenal staff here at the museum, starting with John Morris, who you all know, through to every member of this team that many of you probably know and have met along the way. But they are the most passionate, hardworking, talented, creative, dedicated people you will come across, and they truly believe in the mission of this organization. And every day they are working tirelessly to bring it to life. And they are really the true reason for the success that has happened in the last year, because they have taken the ideas and the plans and the guidance that the board or anyone else has contributed, and they have brought it to life. And they have executed upon all of that in a tremendous way. And so I want to say thank you to the staff for all of that hard work, and congratulations to the staff for the wins that we've had this year that I mentioned, because they would not have happened were it not for them. So in closing, our members, our donors, and the entire community can feel confident that we've got a great organization here that's well run and serving its mission and having a positive impact on our community. And so on behalf of the board, I would just want to say thank you all again for making it possible, for creating such a great institution, and for supporting it through so much and through such a great impact. And as I mentioned, we are hitting a great stride, and that means there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more excitement to come, more progress to be made. And that is really what tonight is also about. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to John, who's going to tell you all a little bit more about what is to come in the coming year and to expand upon some of the successes that we've had in this last year. So thank you. John, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Katie. Once again, please help me give